guys, it is Cinco de Mayo when I'm filming this, and let me tell you, the true crime world has hit the damn pinata out of the park. We have got 4-hour Zoom arraignments, we have Barry Morphew being arrested, we've got guilty verdicts coming in, we've got people being sentenced today, and Letecia Stout got to see 2 judges for her crazy self today. And that's what this video is really going to be about, Letecia and her antics of the week. Dr. Letecia Stout, Esquire, she is not. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys some documents that I got a hold of. And then at the end, I wasted 6 hours of my life breaking up her first interview with Judge Judy. It's hilarious, so watch till the end because it's good. Alright, let's get started. So we'll kick this off with her divorce hearing that she had the end of last week. I don't really want to get into the divorce because I don't think it's any of my business, and I really don't care what happens in that regard. Her divorce is final. It's been final for a few weeks. They're basically just dividing up property, and now that's done with too. She did not show up. When they finally got a hold of her to figure out why she wasn't at the courthouse, apparently she was in a wheelchair in an empty room on camera chasing invisible butterflies, acting all crazy. And I emphasize the fact that she is acting. The judge asked to see her competency hearing documents, and he said it was the most comprehensive competency hearing he had ever seen, or I guess not a hearing, but the actual documents. He described it as an act out of the Three Stooges, that she's definitely putting on a show. She claims she has a book deal. Yep, nobody's reading that, and nobody's offering you a book deal, girl. She says she's going to file a civil suit when she gets out of prison. Hold your breath on that one. And she wanted it to be known that she wanted her French Bulldog back. You can't have dogs in jail, Letecia. Sorry to hear about it, but it's not going to happen. She also, and I'm going to insert the document in here, but you have got to see this. It's hilarious. Not only does she not use her legal name, she writes this by hand. She files something to get a hearing, and she has handwritten it and sent it in to the judge. So, what is it? Oh, it's just her admitting that, maybe she's not a professional, didn't stay at a Holiday Inn last night, and her peanut butter is not helping her. She can't be her own lawyer, and so now she wants a defense team. But not only does she want a defense team, she is requesting a state attorney, not a public defender. Hell, Letecia, ask for somebody from JAG, right? You know people in the military. Go all the way up. Ask for yourself an FBI agent. Ask for a Supreme Court clerk. I don't care. You are not going to get away with this. The crap that you have pulled, the stunts that you are still pulling, and the amount of time that you are wasting before your happy tail goes to prison is absolutely ridiculous. Get it on. We were only a couple of weeks away from her preliminary trial, which is a proof evident presumption great hearing, has now been kicked off, passed on down the line. They said they were going to do it August 5th and 6th before that judge, Judge Warner, decided to give her her old legal team back. I don't know who cried about it more, her or them, because they didn't want her back any more than she wanted them back, but whatever. So she was like, no, I don't want that. And so he was like, I'm done with you. I'm going to kick you down the hallway. Go see Judge Payne. She's not getting her old defense team back. She is going to get a new public defender. Not really sure when that's going to go on, but this is so much stalling. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no telling how long the new team is going to have to take to go through all of this evidence that they are now going to be given. The next document that I have is something that the prosecutors have filed for who is going to be witnesses at the preliminary trial. It looks like we have 6 people from the FBI and the El Paso County Sheriff's Department. And the only non-law enforcement officer that is on this list is not Letecia's biological son that nobody knows about, but Harley. Harley is on the witness list to come to this preliminary trial. Why did I decide to give Judge Judy to Letecia Stout's interview?
This is sport for me. It's my sport.
It was probably lack of sleep and maybe too many Krispy Kreme donuts, not really sure. But I have a feeling it's because they won't put any dang cameras inside the courtroom, and all I have to do is read live Twitter feeds of what's going on. And I want to see her wandering around in a wheelchair chasing after invisible butterflies. Or, like she did today, she comes in handcuffs, arms and feet, sits down, and then looks under her chair. I'm not sure if she's checking out for the peanut butter that's stalking her, if she thought this was a grand prize show, or she went to Oprah and there's like a magic ticket taped under there. I don't really know.
I almost forgot how entertaining this could be.
So, here's the funny part. I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye, guys.
This is a case of who's got the most attitude. Ooh. Who do you think has the most attitude?
I am Tisha Stout, which is Gannon's stepmother.
You're a moron. So's your mother.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared from the community. I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
You want to go into that nonsense? I'm all yours.
Death threats are one of them. My family's getting lots of death threats. We counted over 20-some death threats already.
And that will be your fault.
Two, my husband's ex-wife is living in our home, and of course I'm not coming home to do these things and to help with the family when I was kind of like told I couldn't.
Do you understand how annoying you are?
And then many other things that happened with the El Paso County Police Department, you know, and in doing the investigation I was told I wasn't complying. And can I elaborate on that?
Were you asking me?
So I asked for an attorney during the interview, and I was denied that by them.
You're so full of it.
I was held because they were blocking the door, and I was told I couldn't leave, and that if I would have touched them, they would have probably, you know, said I still wasn't complying, or said I was, you know, trying to run away or something. But
And that's what's happening.
during the interview, I asked several times, could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? Could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? I was denied. I was told I couldn't get nothing to drink. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, it was continuously that my constitutional rights were violated.
Right.
Well, I asked for an attorney at the time because there was one individual, there was two really good detectives, and so I'm not, you know, going to talk bad about detectives, but the tactics they started to get when I would answer questions, they try to, you know, they're detectives, they're supposed to twist. The one main goal is to find Gannon. But during that time, some of those things made me feel uncomfortable the way they were saying things. So I immediately stopped and felt like an attorney would help me with some of the vocabulary and things like that that I needed help with and understanding some of the things that they were asking.
You're an idiot.
I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home because his mother didn't want to do it.
That was your job.
And I would never, never, ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens.
Oh my God.
But I've cooperated with them, even to the point that we were held with a gun, and my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse so they could take her car.
What did you do?
I didn't know it was a law enforcement officer because when he came out, I guess he was putting his jacket on, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was adjusting and happened to catch me. But I saw the gun and I panicked originally and kind of thought, oh gosh, I got to, like, who's this guy? And then once I realized it was the sheriff's office, I was totally okay, but they still had a gun and told me they were going to shoot me.
I don't care.
But I was really concerned about my daughter, asking why she was being detained in handcuffs and things like that, when that shouldn't even happen for a child. That shouldn't happen for someone who was standing inside of a store shopping, because we couldn't have any clothes because all of our clothes were here. If we came here and got clothes, you know, we would be harassed. So
would you tell me what the harassment is?
she went to purchase some underwear and things like that and was put in the handcuffs in the store.
TMI.
You know, and then brought out with men with guns, and that's just not okay. You know, they could have approached me and said, hi, I'm with El Paso County, can I please get this, instead of the way that it happened.
Don't be ridiculous.
The rumors have gotten so bad.
Who cares?
I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these people have these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot of law shows and maybe they have all these theories on how Gannon is dead, and that's what they're saying. So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon, and that's the main goal that we all have, my family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal, and we've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together so that we can protect each other.
Ideas come from people who have dumb brains.
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. most importantly for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. And I just want everyone to know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
Are you out of your mind?
I think that a lot of people can see that I'm not missing and see that I am being cooperative, but to me it's okay that they think those things, because the way someone thinks about me, I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is I would never want someone to think that I would hurt Gannon or any of the children in our home, because that's just not the case. I've spent my whole entire life working so hard in education. There was even things online that was talking about my education license and I shouldn't even be a teacher, and they just didn't know that. Like, we moved on a military move and I didn't finish out my contract, so I gave up my license in that state. It had nothing to do with any criminal activity, or any of those things, and it just got blown out of proportion on my professional status, and
Playing dumb, or it's not an act.
that's how I feel. Like, we should all come together and wait until the end and see what happens, because Gannon's going to come home.
You're absolutely wrong.
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband.
That's stupid. Well,
We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon. And Gannon, I can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
Are so full of baloney. We are done.